One such enigma is the ancient kingdom of Kalinga, a name that once resonated with power and maritime prowess across the vast expanse of the Indian Ocean. Kalinga's strategic location along the eastern coast of India in present-day Odisha was instrumental in shaping its destiny as a maritime powerhouse. Our exploration of ancient Kalinga's maritime prowess is not merely an academic exercise, it is a journey of rediscovery. It is about unearthing the forgotten stories of skilled sailors who braved uncharted waters, of visionary merchants who forged trade alliances across continents. Imagine the bustling marketplaces of Tamraliptai, where traders from distant lands haggled over exotic spices, shimmering silks, and precious gemstones. The Bay of Bengal, a vast expanse of shimmering blue, became Kalinga's maritime highway, connecting it to a world brimming with trade opportunities and cultural exchange. The Kalinga War, a pivotal event in Indian history, left an indelible mark on the soul of Kalinga, forever altering its trajectory. In the 3rd century BCE, the Mauryan emperor Ashoka, driven by an insatiable thirst for conquest, set his sights on Kalinga. Despite their valiant resistance, the people of Kalinga were ultimately overwhelmed by the sheer might of Ashoka's forces. In the wake of the Kalinga War, a spirit of resilience and determination swept through the ravaged kingdom. The people of Kalinga, drawing strength from their ancient maritime heritage, resolved to rebuild their lives and reclaim their place on the world stage. With the spectre of war lifted, Kalinga's shipyards sprang back to life, echoing with the sound of hammers and saws as skilled craftsmen labored tirelessly to construct a new generation of ships. Central to Kalinga's maritime dominance was its unparalleled shipbuilding prowess. The shipyards of Kalinga, bustling with skilled artisans and echoing with the rhythmic clang of hammers, produced vessels that were marvels of engineering and craftsmanship. These ships, crafted from sturdy timber sourced from Kalinga's verdant forest, were not mere vessels but floating ambassadors, carrying the kingdom's legacy to distant shores. Kalinga's maritime empire was built not just on the strength of its ships, but also on the strategic importance of its ports. Among Kalinga's many ports, 2 stood out as beacons of prosperity and international trade: Tamralipti and Manikapatna. Tamralipti, situated near the mouth of the Ganges River, served as a vital link between Kalinga and the Gangetic Plains, facilitating the movement of goods and people between the interior and the coast. Kalinga's maritime success was not solely reliant on its superior ships and strategic ports. It was the exceptional navigational skills of its sailors that truly set them apart. These master mariners, drawing upon generations of accumulated knowledge and a deep understanding of the ocean's rhythms, navigated the vast expanse of the Indian Ocean with remarkable precision and confidence. Central to their navigational expertise was their mastery of the monsoon winds. Kalinga's maritime ambitions extended far beyond its immediate shores. Driven by a thirst for wealth, a spirit of adventure, and a desire to connect with the wider world, Kalinga's sailors embarked on daring voyages that crisscrossed the Indian Ocean, establishing trade routes that spanned from the east coast of Africa to the islands of Southeast Asia and beyond. To the west, Kalinga's ships sailed across the Arabian Sea, reaching the bustling ports of the Persian Gulf and the Red Sea. The vast expanse of the Indian Ocean, with its unpredictable currents and tempestuous storms, posed formidable challenges to ancient mariners. Yet, for the skilled sailors of Kalinga, the ocean was not an obstacle but a maritime highway, its rhythms intimately understood and expertly navigated. Twice a year, with remarkable predictability, the wind patterns across the Indian Ocean shifted, bringing with them distinct weather patterns and creating natural sea lanes for intrepid voyagers. The northeast monsoon, blowing from November to March, carried cool, dry air from the Asian mainland, pushing ships westward across the Arabian Sea towards the coasts of Africa and the Middle East. Guided by the rhythm of the monsoon winds and their own accumulated knowledge of the seas, Kalinga's sailors established a complex network of trade routes that crisscrossed the Indian Ocean. One major trade route extended westward from Kalinga's ports, following the arc of the Indian coastline. Kalinga's ships, laden with textiles, spices, and precious stones, sailed to the bustling ports of the western coast of India, such as Bharuch and Sopara. While Kalinga's trade routes extended westward to Africa and the Mediterranean, it was the kingdom's maritime connections with Southeast Asia that proved particularly lucrative and culturally significant. With the arrival of the southwest monsoon each year, Kalinga's ships, their sails billowing in the wind, embarked on eastward voyages, following ancient sea lanes that led to the spice islands of the Indonesian archipelago. Kalinga's maritime ventures were not confined to the familiar waters of the Indian Ocean. The Periplus of the Erythraean Sea, a 1st century CE Greek navigational text, provides a glimpse into the bustling trade between Kalinga and the Roman world. According to the Periplus, Kalinga's ships, laden with textiles, spices, and precious stones, sailed to the Roman ports of Berenice and Myos Hormos on the Red Sea coast of Egypt. Kalinga's maritime trade extended far beyond the mere exchange of goods and the accumulation of wealth. It served as a conduit for the exchange of ideas, beliefs, and cultural practices, weaving a rich tapestry of interconnectedness across the Indian Ocean world. One of the most significant impacts of Kalinga's maritime trade was the spread of Indian culture and religions, particularly Hinduism and Buddhism, to Southeast Asia. Kalinga's maritime endeavors were more than just commercial transactions. They were voyages of cultural exchange, carrying the essence of Indian traditions, beliefs, and artistic expressions to distant shores. The ships that sailed from Kalinga's bustling ports carried not just merchandise, but also a precious cargo of ideas, philosophies, and artistic sensibilities, transforming them into floating cultural embassies. Picture Brahmin priests, well-versed in ancient scriptures, engaging in philosophical discussions with local scholars, planting the seeds of Hindu cosmology and ritual practices. Among the most significant cultural exports carried by Kalinga's ships were the teachings of Hinduism and Buddhism, two of India's most influential religions. Kalinga's merchants, often devout Hindus themselves, played a pivotal role in introducing Hindu deities, rituals, and beliefs to the receptive populations of Southeast Asia. Buddhist monks seeking to spread the Dharma, or the teachings of the Buddha, embarked on arduous voyages alongside merchants, carrying their message of compassion, nonviolence, and the pursuit of enlightenment to distant shores. The architectural grandeur of Southeast Asia stands as a testament to the cultural influence of ancient Kalinga. Towering temples adorned with intricate carvings and soaring spires reflect a fusion of architectural styles, blending indigenous aesthetics with elements borrowed from Kalinga and other parts of India. Consider the magnificent temple complex of Angkor Wat in Cambodia, a UNESCO World Heritage Site and a symbol of Cambodia's rich cultural heritage. The linguistic landscape of Southeast Asia bears witness to the enduring impact of Kalinga's maritime influence. The scripts used to write many Southeast Asian languages, including Thai, Burmese, Javanese and Khmer, trace their origins back to the ancient Brahmi script of India, a writing system that spread throughout Southeast Asia, largely through Kalinga's extensive maritime trade networks. At the confluence of the mighty Ganges River and the Bay of Bengal lay Tamralipti, one of ancient Kalinga's most celebrated ports. Its strategic location at the crossroads of maritime and riverine trade routes made it a bustling emporium, a melting pot of cultures and a testament to Kalinga's maritime prowess. Imagine Tamralipti in its heyday, a bustling waterfront teeming with ships of all sizes and origins. Further south along Kalinga's coastline, nestled amidst swaying coconut groves and caressed by the azure waters of the Bay of Bengal, lay Manikapatna, another jewel in Kalinga's maritime crown. Known for its skilled pearl divers, its abundance of precious gemstones, and its strategic location along coastal trade routes, Manikapatna shone as a beacon of prosperity, attracting merchants and adventurers from far and wide. The waters off the coast of Manikapatna teemed with oysters, yielding lustrous pearls that were highly prized in the courts of Indian rulers and the markets of distant empires. The maritime legacy of ancient Kalinga is inextricably linked to the bustling ports that dotted its coastline. Tamralipti and Manikapatna, along with numerous other smaller ports, served as gateways to the world, connecting Kalinga to a vast network of trade routes that spanned the Indian Ocean and beyond. These ports were not merely points of commercial exchange, but vibrant centers of cultural interaction, shaping the destiny of Kalinga and leaving an indelible mark on the regions it touched. Through these maritime arteries flowed not just goods, but also ideas, beliefs, and artistic traditions. Kalinga's merchants, sailors and pilgrims returned from their voyages with tales of distant lands, exotic customs and new ways of thinking. They brought back with them not just material wealth, but also a broadened worldview, enriching Kalinga's cultural tapestry and contributing to its cosmopolitan character. Kalinga's economic prosperity was deeply intertwined with its fertile land and its strategic location along the bustling maritime trade routes of the Indian Ocean. The kingdom was blessed with a unique combination of natural resources, skilled craftsmanship, and a strategic understanding of trade, allowing it to amass considerable wealth and establish itself as a major economic power in the ancient world. The fertile plains of Kalinga, nourished by the life-giving waters of the Mahanadi, Godavari, and Vamsadhara rivers, yielded an abundance of agricultural produce. Rice, the staple food of the region, grew in abundance, while sugarcane, cotton, and a variety of spices flourished in the warm, humid climate. These agricultural surpluses, beyond meeting the needs of the local population, became valuable commodities for trade, attracting merchants from distant lands to Kalinga's shores. Among Kalinga's most sought-after exports were its exquisite textiles, renowned throughout the ancient world for their fine craftsmanship, vibrant colors, and intricate designs. Kalinga's weavers, masters of their craft, transformed humble cotton and silk threads into fabrics that adorned royalty, graced the homes of the wealthy, and were traded far and wide, bringing considerable wealth to the kingdom. Kalinga's cotton textiles, woven from the fluffy bolls harvested from the region's cotton fields, were particularly prized for their softness, durability, and ability to be dyed in a dazzling array of colors. Using natural dyes extracted from plants, roots, and insects, Kalinga's dyers created a vibrant palette of colors, ranging from deep indigos, rich crimsons, to sunny yellows and earthy browns. Kalinga's coastal waters and riverbeds held another source of wealth, pearls and precious stones. These glittering treasures, prized since antiquity for their beauty, rarity, and perceived mystical properties, became synonymous with Kalinga's opulence, attracting merchants and adventurers eager to acquire these symbols of luxury and status. The pearl divers of Kalinga, renowned for their skill and bravery, would plunge into the depths of the ocean, often without any special equipment, to harvest oysters from the ocean floor. These oysters, carefully pried open, would sometimes reveal lustrous pearls, formed over years by the oyster secreting layers of nacre around irritants lodged within its shell. Kalinga's pearls, prized for their luster, size, and perfect spherical shape, were highly sought after by royalty and wealthy merchants across the Indian Ocean world. The maritime world, much like the shifting sands of a desert, is in a constant state of flux. Trade routes can shift with political change, economic fluctuations, and new maritime powers. The rise of the Chola Empire marked a significant shift in the Indian Ocean. The Cholas established dominance over key trade routes, challenging Kalinga's control. While political and economic factors played a significant role in Kalinga's gradual decline, the kingdom was also dealt a series of devastating blows by the very forces that had once nurtured its maritime ambitions: the sea and the elements. Natural disasters, including cyclones, tsunamis, and coastal erosion, wreaked havoc on Kalinga's coastal infrastructure, disrupting trade, displacing populations, and weakening the kingdom's ability to maintain its maritime dominance. The Bay of Bengal, while a source of immense bounty for Kalinga, is also known for its unpredictable weather patterns and its susceptibility to severe cyclones. These cyclones, often accompanied by torrential rains, powerful winds, and storm surges, could cause widespread destruction along the coast, damaging ships, inundating ports, and eroding coastlines. For a kingdom heavily reliant on maritime trade, such events could be economically crippling. The ancient maritime world was in a constant state of change, with new powers emerging and old alliances crumbling. The balance of power shifted like the sands on a windy beach. For Kalinga, this presented both challenges and opportunities. The rise of new maritime powers eroded Kalinga's influence. In Southeast Asia, the Srivijaya Empire emerged as a major maritime power. Strategically positioned along the Strait of Malacca, they controlled trade between India and China. Accumulating vast wealth, this allowed Srivijaya to rival Kalinga's influence. While external pressures and environmental challenges played their part in Kalinga's gradual decline, it was often internal strife and political instability that weakened the kingdom from within, making it more susceptible to external threats and less able to maintain its grip on its maritime empire. Internal conflicts, succession disputes, and the rise of regional powers within Kalinga's once unified realm sapped the kingdom's strength and eroded its ability to project power across the Indian Ocean. Kalinga, despite its image as a unified maritime power, was not a monolithic entity. The kingdom was composed of various regions, each with its own ruling families, local traditions, and economic interests. While a strong ruler could maintain unity and cohesion, periods of weak leadership often led to internal conflicts, as regional powers sought to assert their independence or expand their influence at the expense of their neighbors. Time, like the relentless ocean tides, buries civilizations beneath layers of silt and sand. Yet echoes of the past linger, waiting to be unearthed by the curious and patient. Along Odisha's coastline, archaeologists uncover ancient port cities, docks, and shipyards. These finds reveal Kalinga's maritime past and trade connections. Tangible reminders of Kalinga's maritime glory are scattered across Odisha, whispering tales of a bygone era when the kingdom's ships sailed to distant shores. The majestic Sun Temple at Konark stands as a testament to Kalinga's architectural prowess and maritime connections. Its intricate carvings depict ships and maritime motifs, highlighting the kingdom's seafaring heritage. The story of ancient Kalinga's maritime prowess, once relegated to the dusty pages of history books, is experiencing a revival as the people of Odisha rediscover their seafaring heritage and celebrate the legacy of their ancestors. This cultural resurgence is fueled by pride in the past and a desire to reconnect with their identity. From academic research and museum exhibits to festivals and artistic endeavors,